everyone, and welcome to week 3 session. The topics this week are prototyping, strobe, ERP, pros and cons of in-house and outsourcing of web design, information on packaged solutions and e-commerce service providers. The reading is chapters 4 and 5. The discussion is on prototyping and strobe. Identify, list, and define the processes involved with prototyping and strobe. Which process or processes would have the greatest impact, and why, and what might the impact be or cause. At least 100 words, 1 APA reference required, 3 replies to others. Post must cover 3 days. Don't forget to check spelling and grammar. Prototyping is an interactive process involving analysts and users whereby rudimentary versions of an information system is built and rebuilt according to user feedback. Strobe is structured observation of the environment and is a systematic observation method for classifying and interpreting organizational elements that influence decision making. The week 1 assignment is 1 page of content, and of course it's an APA paper, so you need a title page, body, and a reference page. You're to talk about ERP, which is Enterprise Resource Planning, a system that integrates individual traditional business functions into a series of modules so that a single transaction occurs seamlessly within a single information system rather than several separate systems. And Kendall define it as an integrated organization or enterprise information system. You're to talk about the advantages and disadvantages and stress the main advantages of ERP. References are required. Since it's an APA paper, you should have at least 1. You should have at least 5 paragraphs, introduction, a body, which is usually 2 paragraphs or more, and a conclusion. This is an assessment, so only 1 submission will be allowed. Week 2 assignment is 1 page of content, again on title page, the body, and reference page. Identify and describe the pros and cons of both in-house and outsourcing of websites. Provide information on packaged solutions and e-commerce service providers. References required, so if you look any of these things up, you should provide references. So you should, for this assignment, have more than 1. You should have 5 paragraphs, introduction, body, and conclusion. The quiz is again 20 questions. It may be only taken once. Some things to remember. The steering committee selection method is characterized. Oh dear. Sorry about that. It's characterized by greater organizational change. The purpose of operational feasibility is to understand the degree to which a proposed system will likely solve the business problems and take advantage of opportunities. Referencing a walkthrough, the user makes sure that the work product meets the needs of the project's customers. A unit to function matrix identifies the relationship between organizational entities and each business function. And advantages to the top-down planning approach include broader perspective, improved integration, improved management support, and better understanding. Define business case. The justification for an information system presented in terms of the tangible and intangible economic benefits and costs, and the technical and organizational feasibility of the proposed system. This construction of an information system can have political ramifications. Describe the top-down planning approach. Advantage, which is called improved integration. If not viewed from the top, totally new management information systems may be implemented rather than planning how to evolve existing systems, and that's in the textbook. Guidelines for developing a prototype. Work in manageable modules, build the prototype rapidly, modify the prototype in successive iterations, and stress the user interface. Generally speaking, legal and contractual feasibility is a greater consideration if your organization has historically used an outside organization for specific systems or services that you are now considering handling yourself. Define recurring cost. A cost resulting from the ongoing evolution and use of a system. Incremental commitment, a strategy and system analysis and design in which the project is reviewed after each phase and continuation of the project is rejustified. Technical feasibility, a process of assessing the development organization's ability to construct a proposed system. Know the difference between bottom-up planning and top-down planning ISP methodologies. A location to function matrix identifies business functions that are to be performed at various organizational locations. I know this is really short, but that's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, please let me know.